Hi, we have another topic in cost accounting as the BFO. FIFO means first in first out method. Under this topic, we have to look at merits and demerits, or advantages or disadvantages. First point is it is based on a realistic assumption that materials are issued in the order of the receipts. Here is the important word realistic assumption. Practical B, we have to issue the stock to the production department. Second, the materials are issued at actual cost and no unrealized profit or loss arises from the operation of this method. We cannot unrealize a profit or loss under the FIFO method. Only focus on materials come into the warehouse. First come into the warehouse, that one first we have to issue. Third one is the valuation of closing inventory is at the cost as well as at the latest prices paid. Closing stock that is calculated as per the latest prices. This method is easy to understand and simple to operate. To issue the materials, it is easy and the simple also. Next, we have to look at the demerits. As the materials are changed to production at the old prices, the cost of production may lag behind the current economic values. Here is the first we have purchased at some prices. The latest we have the prices we have the purchased some cheapest prices. First, under the FIFO method, we have to issue the first one. So we have get some loss if we issue the first stock. The second one, this method does not permit comparison of the costs of similar jobs or cost units because a similar job simultaneously started may be charged materials at different prices. We cannot compare the prices whichever we get the we paid for the first price and incurred the last price, last stock, that we cannot compare it under this method. And the third one is when prices are subject to frequent changes, this method involves compare some records and calculations. Here is the important word price frequent changes. It's a dynamic, market is a dynamic, ever changing. So the prices also changing according to the market conditions. So this method, under this method, the price fixation is a difficult thing. Next, we have to look at the difference between time rate system merits and the time rate system demerits. Time rate system is used to calculate the wages of labor. First, we have to look at the simplicity. The system is simple. The calculation is easily understood by the workers. Whenever we give wages to the employees, they will understand it. How much they got. The simplicity now occurs in time rate system. Second, security to workers. Workers are assured of a certain amount of wages payable even if there is no stoppage of work due to power failure, machine breakdown, etc. This gives a sense of security to workers. Because the time rate system calculated as per the time, not for the piece. So whatever happens in the factory, they mainly focus only time. Quality of work. As this method does not give the weight to the quantity of work done, workers can concentrate on the quality of goods produced. The quality of work under this method is better. Here they focus only quality, not for the quantity. So quality is the important factor for the revenue. It generates more the revenue. If the product is more quality, we can get more the revenue. And accepted by trade unions. It treats all workers alike and no distinction is made between efficient and inefficient workers. All of the employees treat the same way. There is no difference between efficient workers and inefficient workers. Next is economical. No detailed records are maintained. This results in saving of clerical costs. Workers avoid overspeeding and less damage to machinery and materials. Proper records shown to maintain a time rate system. So the accountant cost is reduced. Workers work as per the time, so they don't worry about hurry up. So workers don't wastage of factory materials. Next is the demerits. No incentive. It offers no positive inducement to workers to improve performance, as it does not distinguish between efficient and inefficient workers. Here is the workers don't worry about the performance, because whatever the time they work, they will get wage. They don't worry about the efficient and inefficient. Low quantity. When workers are paid in time basis they tend to be slow in work. This results in lower production quantity. Usually if they work slowly, they will get more time. So the wages are calculated as per the time. So it will reduce the production quantity. Extra supervision costs. Extra supervision is needed so that workers don't waste time. Appointment by additional supervisors increases cost. So we have to supervise those workers use the idle time, because idle time also calculates to calculate the wage. So we have to appoint the new supervisor for that to supervise. We have to pay for pay as salary. to those supervisors. Casting difficulties. It creates difficulties in the calculation of labor cost per unit because the output is constantly fluctuating. Fluctuating means ever changing, not unstable. So labor cost calculation is now more difficult under this method. Idle time. Workers waste a lot of time, resulting in an increase in idle time. Under this method, workers waste a lot of time in the forms of tea time, idle time, lunch time. So it is a big disadvantages under this method. Thank you.